Welcome to Gentle Stretch Yoga. We'll have a little yoga lesson followed by our breathing and then a body scan, meditation, and then some stretching and followed at the end by Savasana. Each section will be separated by the chime. And for the yoga lesson today, I thought just a little sidelight of one of the yogis. His name is Yogananda, and he wrote an autobiography. But the point I wanted to bring up was that one of the disciples of Yogananda were the Beatles, especially George Harrison. And Yogananda was a yogi in India, but he came in the 1930s to the US and established a meditation school in California. But if you have a copy of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, I encourage you to try to find a picture of the Yogananda on it. He's one of 4 yogas that the Beatles put on the cover of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. So that's an interesting sidelight about how yoga touches our pop music as well. Keeping your spine erect, your shoulders above your hips. Raise your shoulders up on an inhale. Exhale, back and down. Again, inhale. Exhale, back and down. Inhale. Exhale, back and down. With your hands on your knees, your seat is a comfortable seat with your legs crossed in front. Spine is erect. Hands can be facing down or facing up. And let's just breathe. Inhale. And exhale. And we'll do a box breathing. So when we inhale, at the top of the inhale, we'll hold our breath. And at the exhale, at the bottom of our breath, we'll hold our breath. And we'll do each to a count of 4. So when you're ready, inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Again, inhale and hold. Exhale and hold. Inhale, hold. Exhale, hold. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Couple more. Exhale. Inhale. And last, inhale. And that's a box breathing. You can try that whenever you have some time during the day to help you relax. But now we'll get into our meditation and body scan. So remove anything you're sitting on and lay yourself back into a comfortable position. Actually supine. Lowering yourself 1 vertebrae at a time. Your hands are at your sides. Palms can be face up or face down. And today we're going to do something different. Instead of starting at our toes, we're going to start at the top of our head and go down the front of our body. So your feet are splayed out, your arms are splayed out a little bit. Your breath is natural, just breathing in and out through your nose as you relax. And start with a focus at the top of your head. Being aware of your scalp and your forehead, and feeling all the muscles melt in your forehead and around your eyebrows, melting down the bridge of your nose and down your cheeks. Mouth is slightly open. You can breathe through your nose or your mouth. Relaxing your tongue. And feeling the muscles around your neck relax. The muscles of your chest relax. Feel your breath causing your chest to rise up and fall back down, and your belly to rise and fall. Feel the muscles at the top of your hips relaxing as your hips fall out. Your forearms and your palms, feel the muscles relax. Your fingers just float in space, slightly curled. Your kneecaps fall away. And your shins are relaxed. The tops of your feet. And your toes. And breathe. And feel the muscles of your soles of your feet relaxed. And your ankle muscles are relaxed. Your calf muscles are relaxed. The back of the knees are relaxed. Back of the thighs are relaxed. Your bottom is relaxed. You feel your sacrum, the flat part of the bottom of your spine, resting on the mat, supporting you. Your back muscles are melting. And breathe. And bring your attention to the back of your head, supported by the mat. And back to the top of your head. So every muscle in your body is relaxed. And you're breathing naturally. And now start to let your breath come in a little bit more to your chest. Exhaling a little more forcefully. Bringing energy back into your body. Awakening your muscles. Wiggling your toes and your fingers. Rolling your head side to side. Turn the soles of your feet in towards your hips. And rolling into a fetal position. And then with your top palm onto the flat part of the mat, push yourself into a comfortable seat. And come back up to an easy seat. If you like, you can sit on a bolster or a blanket, lie like a bolster. And we'll begin our stretching. On an inhale, raise your shoulders up. Exhale, back and down. Inhale up. Exhale, back and down. Again, inhale and exhale. Then come to center. Your spine is erect. Shoulders above your hips. Spine sinking into the bowl of your pelvis. One foot in front of the other. And your hands on your knees. On exhale, drop your chin to your chest. Inhale, raise it back up. Stretching the neck to the rear and up, but not dropping it back onto your shoulders. Inhale up. Exhale down to the chest. Inhale. Exhale. Back to center. Drop the head to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale to the left. And eyes can be open in a soft focus, or eyes can be shut. Continue to rock your head side to side. And then come to center. This time drop your head to start a circle. Small at first. Inhaling to rear, exhaling to the front. You're going to the rear, stretching your neck up and back, not down and back. Timing it with your breaths. Exhaling to the front and inhaling to the rear. Then stopping the circle, coming to center, and reversing it in the other direction. And slowly the circles and come to center. Now extend your fingertips to the sides of the mat. Lean to the right, dropping the right elbow to the mat. Left arm overhead, stretching the left side body. With each exhale, pushing that left arm further overhead to extend the stretch. Keeping the left hip open. And breathe. And then slowly come back to center on an exhale. And drop to the left shoulder, elbow to the mat, right shoulder overhead. Looking forward. And inhale. And exhale, extend the stretch. Inhale. And exhale. Keeping open the right hip. Inhale and exhale. And then come back to center, moving the right hand or left hand to the right knee, left hand on the mat behind you, twisting to the right. With each inhale, draw your spine up. With each exhale, twist to the right or to the rear. And trying to keep the left knee down, left hip open. And breathe. One more. And then come back to center and move to the other side. Right hand to the left knee, left palm behind you. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. A couple more. And then release and come back to center. And roll forward, knees into a tabletop position. Removing anything you may have had underneath you. Your knees are under your hips. Tops of your feet are on the mat. Hands are directly below your shoulders. Fingers are spread wide, slightly gripping the mat. And your neck is an extension of your spine as you're facing downward to the mat. And then drop back into child's pose. Inhale, come back up. Your knees can be spread wide or close together, whichever is more comfortable. Time this with your breath. Exhale and inhale. A few more. And inhale. Once more and come back to center. And now we're going to slowly rotate our whole torso and shoulders in just a 2-inch circle in the clockwise direction. So this is very slow, still timed with your breath. Inhale to the rear, exhale to the front, and then make the circle bigger. Warming up the whole torso and spine. As fast or as slow as you like, but keeping the breath going. You can drop all the way back into a child's pose position at the rear. And then slowly make the circles a little smaller and smaller. And then come to center. And let's do it in the other direction. Just a 2-inch circle to start with. Exhaling to the rear. And then make it bigger if you like. Maybe dropping back all the way to a child's pose. And then slowing that circle, making it smaller and smaller. And come to center. Drop back to child's pose. And up. Exhale, this time hold in a child's pose. Walk your fingers forward along the mat to stretch your shoulders. And then walk them to the left, stretching the right side body. And then inhale as you come back to center. Exhale, walk to the right hand side, stretching the left side body. And then inhale, walk back to center. Walk the fingers out again along the mat to the top of the mat. And then bring them back. And we'll come back up to a tabletop. Now drop your forearms to the mat and leaving your hips in the air. Dropping your stomach and your shoulders into a puppy dog position. Letting your shoulder blades come in towards each other in the back. And your stomach dropping to the mat. Maybe resting your head on the mat. Or walking your forearms outward to stretch your shoulders even more. Keeping those shoulder blades coming in towards the center line of your spine. And breathe here, hips are in the air. A great stretch. And walk your hands back up so their hands are under your shoulders. Inhale, raise yourself into a cat. Exhale to cow. Inhale, raising your spine, pushing your hands away from the shoulders. When you come to a cow, dropping your belly and raising your head. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. A few more with your own breath. And then come back to neutral position. Drop back to child's pose. Inhale back up. 2 more. One more. And up. Move your left knee 2 inches into the center line of your body. Extend your right leg with your toes curled underneath onto the floor. Push back with your hands to stretch the calf muscle. And breathe in this position. Again, timing the exhale to make the stretch a little stronger. One more. Now raise that right leg, cross it over the left, drop the toes down to the ground. Look over your left shoulder to your right toes, stretching the right side body and the inside left hip. And breathe. And then release, raise that leg up, come back to center line, draw it in, the knee in to join the other knee. Extend the left leg, toes are curled onto the mat. Push back to stretch the calf muscle. Your fingers are still splayed and pushing your palms into the mat to press your calf muscle back. And then relax, raise that leg, cross it over the right, dropping your left toes to the ground, looking over your right shoulder at your left toes. Stretching the left side body and also the inside of the right hip. And release, raise that leg, bring it back to center line. Draw both knees together. Drop back to child's pose. And come up and curl your toes and push up into a down dog position. And walking the dog to stretch the calves and the hamstrings. If you like, you can stay on tabletop and just extend one leg back and then the other. Keeping the hips up in the air, the fingers pressing into the mat. Head is looking down between your hands. And then rock your hips side to side. And come to center and drop the knees back to the ground to all fours. Uncurl your toes. And then sit back into a warrior position on your heels. If you like, you can place a block or a bolster underneath your bottom to make it more comfortable. Let's breathe in this position. Inhale and exhale. Your shoulders are relaxed down away from your ears. Head is above your spine. Inhale and exhale. Again. And then come forward onto all fours. Now curl your toes underneath and come back again to the seated warrior. If this is uncomfortable, come back to the tabletop and just stretch your toes that way. But breathe here. And then relax, come back to tabletop. Uncurl your toes, tap them along the mat. And then curl your toes, come back up to down dog. And then we're going to do some standing balance work today. So walk your feet in towards your palms in a folded over position. And then slowly raise your back up one vertebrae at a time until you are standing pose. While I change the camera angle. I want you to see my feet. So we're going to start in the mountain pose, which is your feet just slightly apart, maybe 6 inches. Your hands are at your side. Your spine is erect. Your head is above your shoulders. And raise your shoulders up. On an inhale, back and down. Again, inhale. Up, back and down. And now we'll concentrate on energizing our body, activating our muscles to bring power to the mountain pose. After all, mountains are very powerful. So maybe rocks forward and back slightly just to feel the weight on the balls of your feet and your heels and your toes. To try to find an equal weight on your heels and your toes and the balls of your feet. This is the foundation of the mountain. And then raise your kneecaps, activating your muscles and your buttocks slightly to bring some power into your legs. And breathe. And then bring some power into your arms, slightly extending your fingertips apart and pressing and reaching them down to the earth. So you're feeling the power from your shoulders all the way down through your arms, and from your buttocks down to your thighs and your legs into your feet, which are solid into the mat or onto the floor. And we're breathing in this position, feeling very strong, but not tense, just powerful. The neck is relaxed though. Eyes are looking straight ahead. Or close your eyes to work a little bit of balance. Continuing to breathe. Now with your eyes open, shift the weight to your left foot, just slightly, and bring your right heel to your left heel with your knee pointing out towards the side. And this is our tree position. Relax and breathe. If you like, you can bring your foot to your thigh or to your shin. You may need to bring your arms up to balance. Trying to keep that weight into the foot that's solid on the ground and extend the knee out to the side. And release, come back to the ground. Shifting your weight to the right foot, bringing the left heel to the right heel. And this tree position is all we may stay in. Or if you like, you may raise it to your calf or to your thigh. Sometimes one side has got a little more balance than the other. And breathe. And come back to center, back to mountain pose, dropping your arms. Now to inhale, raise your arms up overhead. Exhale, arms to heart center. One more time, inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, arms to heart center. Then drop your hands to your sides. And fold over into a flat back position. And then fold all the way down to the ground. Rise up to flat back. Down to forward fold. Again, flat back. And down to forward fold. And then dropping your palms to the mat. And come back to while I adjust the camera. So in our tabletop position, go back to child's pose again, come up to center. Again, once more to child's pose, back to center. And this time cross your ankles behind you and come all the way onto your seat and extend your legs in front of you. Into a staff position, Dandasana, this is also called, where your legs are straight, your spine is erect, directly above your hips. Your shoulders are up and back and down to relax them. Hands are at your side. So we're going to tilt forward on an exhale, and then on an inhale, we'll hold, and then exhale, we'll forward fold, grasping your thighs, shins or toes, and back to center. Exhale, tilt forward, and on an inhale, hold, and then exhale, again fold. Back to center, again, forward fold, and back to center. Last time, tilt, and then fold. Now come back to center, spread your legs into, placing your right hand inside your right leg, looking to the left, left arm over your head, tilt to the right, and breathe in this position. And then release, come back to center. And put your left hand inside your left leg, right arm overhead, looking to the right. And breathe in this tilted position. With each exhale, extending the reach. And release, come back to center. And draw your soles of your feet in towards one another into a cobbler's pose. And with your spine first erect, then tilted forward, rotating the spine out of the bowl of your hips. And then folding it over forward to extend the spine to the mid and top of the spine. Come back to center. First tilt forward into that bowl. And then fold over. Back to center. This time hold in the folded over position, pressing your knees outward with your elbows. Feeling a stretch in your lower back. And release, come back to center. Extend your legs back out to center line and draw your right knee into your chest. Grasp it with your left arm, twist to the right, palm on the ground behind you. And breathe in this twist. With each exhale, twist a little more. And then release, come back to center, extend that right leg, draw the left leg into your chest, grasp it with the right arm, left palm behind you, and twist to the left. On an inhale, extend your spine up. Exhale, extend the twist. And then release, come back to center, extend both legs, and then roll back onto your back, one vertebrae at a time for some bridge work. And bring your soles of your feet in towards your hips. Fingertips can be touching your heels. And raise your hips up on an inhale. Exhale back down. Again, squeezing your buttocks as you come up and also stretching the tops of your thighs, your quadriceps. Continue to rise up and down. And this time hold at the top. Squeeze a little higher. And release and come back down. This time if you have a block or a bolster, raise your hips and place it underneath for a supported elevation. And bring your knees into your chest. And if you like, extend your legs up to the ceiling. Maybe make an adjustment of that block into the flat part of your spine, the sacrum. And your soles of your feet are pointing to the sky. Or your knees can be bent, either position. Drop your legs to the sides. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale to the side. Inhale to center. Again. Knees bent or knees straight. One more. And then rotate your ankles. First in one direction, and then the other. And bring your knees back into your chest, grasping with your hands. And then extend your legs along the mat into a supported fish position, keeping the block or bolster at that level or raising it if you like a little more stretch. Walking your shoulder blades in towards one another. Stretching the tops of your thighs and your hip joints, as well as keeping those shoulder blades in and the chest open. And the legs are relaxed. Palms at your side. And breathe. And now bring your soles of your feet in towards your hips. Raise your hips up to remove any block or bolster. And walk your soles of your feet to the edge of your mat. Drop them to the right and to the left. With each exhale, you drop your legs. With each inhale, at your own pace. Arms can be. And then come to center. Walk your soles of your feet in towards the mat. And bring your right ankle on top of your left knee. And drop your. And drop them to the left. Look over your right shoulder to your right fingers. With your left hand, pull your knees a little closer to the ground. Inhale back to center and cross your legs. The left ankle on. Drop your knees to the left, looking over your right shoulder to your right fingertips. Inhale, come back to center. Drop your feet, your knees to the right. Maybe your right hand pulls your knee down closer to the mat. Breathe. Now, center and cross your legs. Cross your right ankle over your left knee again. Reach through to pull your thigh to your chest to open that bottom of the right hip. Pulling your left knee in towards yourself. And release. Right ankle over the left knee. Reach through your thigh to pull it to your chest. Maybe rock side to side. Or stay wherever the stretch is best. And then release. Getting ready for our Savasana or corpse position. And then release. Draw your knees into your chest. Extend the left leg along the mat, holding the right knee into your chest. Relax the left leg. Just pull on the right knee to your chest. Relax your right foot. And reverse, bring your left knee into your chest. Extend the right leg. Relax the right leg. Pull the left knee in. Relaxing the foot. And then release the legs. Slowly bring your focus of your breath back into your body. Letting energy flow in, awakening the muscles. Wiggling the toes and fingers. Rocking the head side to side. Really stretching arms overhead. When you're ready, roll in your favorite side of the room. Yourself up into a comfortable seat. Again, sitting on a block or blanket if that's more comfortable. Into an easy seat. Legs crossed in front. Hands on your thighs. And thank you for sharing your practice with me today. And maybe you'll think of the Beatles or how yoga has entered pop culture from the 60s. Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. But the Beatles didn't do it for pop culture. They did it because they were stressed out. Fame and fortune has its own pressures. And they used yoga and meditation and the yogis to help them become centered and relaxed and more mindful. And we can all do that today. Extend your fingers to the edges of the mat. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. And bowing your head. Letting peace into your heart. And holding it there. I invite the greeting. Namaste.